Hello and welcome to Business Reporter's Future of IoT campaign. I'm Alistair Greener. Even before the pandemic, flexible distance and home working has been on the rise. And as the nature of the workplace and work changed, tech companies came up with ideas for flexible and safe connectivity, smart applications, and reliable hardware. COVID-19 brought lockdowns and travel restrictions, which have accelerated these trends. But have business been prepared? And have the tech companies been fast enough to deliver reliable and easy to implement solutions? To find out the questions, we've invited Brian Wilson from Advantech to the studio. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Alistair.
Now, Brian, with millions working from home, what does the market for tech suppliers look like now? What's the new normal in the world of cloud, network, and IoT tech?
Yeah, well, I think that it would be very difficult for any enterprise to be prepared for what's transpired over the last 9 months. So certainly there was a push already to work from home, and there was a lot of people already working in that capacity. What really changed is the volume, but more importantly, maybe, are the types of job functions that are now working from home. The roles and responsibilities still remain the same, but the people that are now working from home are different. It's no longer a remote sales force that is working. Now you have many different job functions that need to still efficiently and effectively communicate over a secure and reliable network to continue to do their jobs the same way they did when they're in the office.
What are some of the challenges of going to market during COVID and helping customers launch a program effectively?
Yeah, I think that, we talked about a few minutes ago, the challenge that COVID presents for safe and effective communication over a network. Those challenges now are presented to, say, the software and hardware engineers from our customers, and it makes it so it's difficult for them to launch platforms and launch products as effectively and efficiently as they have in the past. So what they need to do is find ways to enable themselves or have Advantech enable them to remotely tie into the hardware using maybe Advantech's remote evaluation service, which allows them to take the hardware for a virtual test drive, but now they can at least take a look at our hardware from the comfy confines of their home.
Okay, tell us more about Advantech. What do you bring to the table?
I think that we bring a quality, purpose-built, and scalable platform. So those are three things that I think are how we model, how we do business at Advantech, coming to market for our customers with a high-quality, well-thought-out device that they can rely on to deploy and is going to work for years to come. Purpose-built, so it's specific for certain applications. We're designing it with specific use cases and end users in mind, so it's appropriate for how our customers are using it. And then scalable, so that our customers can look to Advantech and say, okay, I have multiple platform needs. I want a partner like Advantech that can work with me on all of those, because we do have a variety of platforms and hundreds of compute platforms at Advantech.
Tell us about the different kinds of engagement models a technology company could have with Advantech. I mean, how do you work together?
So I think the key here is flexibility. And something at Advantech that we're quite proud of, even though we're a $2 billion company, is we always want to have maximum flexibility. And that means sliding scale from a pure off-the-shelf solution all the way to a pure customized ODM model, and anywhere in between. And quite frankly, probably 50% of our engagements are in that middle ground where we're taking an off-the-shelf solution, but we're applying certain changes to it to meet customer requirements. Maybe it's branding, maybe it's a certain feature set that they're looking for, but allowing them to still deploy in a very efficient manner. So I think the flexibility of that sliding scale from off-the-shelf to highly customized is key.
Give us an example of an Advantech off-the-shelf solution.
Yeah, so at Advantech, we have nearly 2,000 off-the-shelf solutions. That doesn't include the many hundreds of custom solutions that we provide that I just mentioned. One of the market demands in the last few years that we've seen are the need for white box solutions. So this is a pure off-the-shelf solution from Advantech that is bundled with a software partner, and we develop a solution-ready platform. So this means a customer can come to us and say, I have a specific need, maybe it's for a network security device, and now we have a solution that includes a pure off-the-shelf solution that has already been validated with a certain software suite from one of our partners.
And now give us an example of an Advantech high-end customized large-scale solution.
One of the challenges with COVID is that sporting events, for example, they can't have spectators there. So they want to be able to broadcast those events, but you can't have production personnel on site. So video equipment manufacturers may work with Advantech and leverage our world-leading 8K encoding technology to come up with a video streaming solution that allows the event to be live streamed, remote production with minimal involvement from people on site, and then stream that to a central location. So it's something that a video manufacturer can come to Advantech and say, this is the type of solution I need, and this is the size it needs to be in order to work in the environment they need it.
Okay, looking forward, how do you see the future of work and technology supporting it in, say, 3 years' time?
I think we are already headed on a path that is very similar to where we are now. It's just we're being given a very big push the last 9 months. So just like the disaggregated workforce that we talked about, the computing devices, it's the same situation. So all of these devices are moving from a central location out to the edge. Those edge computing devices need to be very reliable. They need to be very effective. They need to be put in harsh environments and not be thought of again. And that's what customers rely on, is the fact that they can put these devices out on the edge, not in maybe a nice temperature controlled data center, and still rely on it, because network latency is not going away. And I think 3 years from now, you're going to see more computing on the edge closer to the end users. And that's going to be accelerated with COVID and the work from home environment.
Well, it's been great finding out more. Brian Wilson from Advantech, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.